Hello guys, welcome with a new video on the channel again. In today's lesson, we'll be going through Arabic letters that are pronounced different in Egyptian Arabic dialect than modern standard Arabic. So without further ado, pack your stuff and let's take a closer look at these letters. Alright, let's start off by mentioning a very important basic rule here. And that rule is that there is nothing called Egyptian Arabic letters, Tunisian Arabic letters, Moroccan Arabic letters, Gulf Arabic letters, and so on with other Arabic dialects. The truth is that all Arabic dialects have the same 28 letters that we gone through in this course, and all of them are written in the same way. The only difference between Arabic dialects when it comes to letters is how you pronounce some certain letters. So letters pronunciation may differ depending on the dialect itself, the same as American and British English. So let's take a closer look at these letters that are pronounced different in Egyptian Arabic dialect than modern standard Arabic. Alright, so with Egyptian Arabic dialect, we tend to make things much easier and much more simple. One more reason to learn Egyptian Arabic, yeah? So the 5 letters that are pronounced different in Egyptian Arabic dialect than modern standard Arabic are the letter Th, Dal, Dha, Geem, and letter Qaaf. Alright, so the first letter is letter Th. And as we learned before, that letter Th is an interdental letter, which means a sound comes from putting your tongue between your both teeth. Now in Egyptian Arabic dialect, this letter is not pronounced with the Th sound, but rather with the letter Sin instead. So we give it the S sound instead of Th sound. Now let's take an example to make that more clear for you. Now if we look at the word triangle in English, this word is pronounced as muthallath, muthallath in modern standard Arabic. And as you notice here, there are 2 Th in this word. So in modern standard Arabic, it's pronounced as muthallath with the Th sound. However, in Egyptian Arabic dialect, this word is pronounced as musallas, musallas with the S sound instead of Th sound. So it's musallas instead of muthallas. So the bottom line here is that in Egyptian Arabic dialect, the Th sound is changed to S sound. You can still pronounce it with the Th sound if you want, but we mostly pronounce it with the S sound because it's much easier and more simple. Alright, now let's move on to see the next letter. Alright, so the next letter we have is letter Dal, Dal. And letter Dal is also an interdental letter. So in Egyptian Arabic dialect, we change the Dal into Dal, so we give it the D sound. Let's take an example to make that more clear for you. Now if we look at the word corn in English, this word is pronounced as dhura, dhura in modern standard Arabic. So it is pronounced with the Dal or Dha sound. Now when it comes to Egyptian Arabic dialect, this word is pronounced as dura, dura with the Dal or D sound, and so on with the examples. So the bottom line here is that with Egyptian Arabic dialect, we change the Dal or Dha sound into Dal or D sound. You can still however pronounce it with the Dal or Dha sound if you want, but same as Th, we mostly pronounce it with the D sound or with the letter Dal. Alright, now let's move on and see the next letter. Alright, so the next letter is letter Dha, Dha. And letter Dha is an interdental letter as well. Now in Egyptian Arabic dialect, this letter can be pronounced in 2 ways. The first one can be pronounced with Zain or Z sound, and the second one can be pronounced with Dal or D sound. And there are no definite rules for that. It totally depends on the words themselves, so you get it by experience. Now let's take 2 examples to make that more clear for you. Now if you look at the word shadow in English, this word is pronounced as dhil, dhil in modern standard Arabic, so it is pronounced with the Dha sound. But in Egyptian Arabic dialect, this word is pronounced as dil, dil with the Dal or D sound. Now if you look at the word circumstances or conditions in English, this word is pronounced as dhuruf, dhuruf in modern standard Arabic, so it is pronounced with the Dha sound. Now in Egyptian Arabic dialect, this word is pronounced as zuruf, zuruf with Zain or Z sound. So the bottom line here is that in Egyptian Arabic dialect, the letter Dha can be pronounced in 2 ways, either with the Z sound or the D sound. So it's either Zain or Dal, and that depends totally on the words themselves. Now you can still pronounce it with the V sound if you want, but we mostly use the D sound or Z sound. Alright, before we move on to the next letter, let's mention that you might have noted the pattern in the previous letters that we just mentioned, and that all of these letters are interdental letters. Now in Egyptian Arabic dialect, we don't put our tongue out to pronounce the interdental letters. Instead, we give it different sounds as we mentioned. Alright, now let's move on to the next letter. Alright, so the next letter is the letter Geem, and this letter is pronounced as Geem, Geem in Modern Standard Arabic. So in Modern Standard Arabic, it is given the J sound, as in the word jar. But in Egyptian Arabic dialect, this letter is pronounced as Geem, Geem. So we give it the G sound, as in the word game or gold. In some parts of Egypt, the upper part of Egypt to be exact, they give it the J sound, the same as Modern Standard Arabic. But with most other areas, they just give it the G sound. So just stick with the G sound. Let's take an example to make that more clear for you. If we look at the word camel in English, now this word is pronounced as Jamal, Jamal in Modern Standard Arabic. So it is pronounced with the J sound. Now in Egyptian Arabic dialect, however, this word is pronounced as Gamal, Gamal with the G sound, and so on with the example. So the bottom line here is that Geem is changed to Geem in Egyptian dialect. Now let's move on to talk about the last letter. Alright, so the next and last letter for today is letter Qaaf, Qaaf. So this letter is pronounced with a Qa sound in Modern Standard Arabic. In Egyptian Arabic dialect, it can be pronounced with the Qa sound or can be pronounced with the A sound, A sound. And there are no definite rules for that as well. It all depends on the words themselves, so you get it by experience as well. Now in the upper part of Egypt, this letter is pronounced different, and it is pronounced with the G sound. I know this might be really weird for you, but this is how they pronounce it. But same as letter Geem, what is mostly used is either the Qa sound or A sound, so just stick with those two. Now let's take an example to make that more clear for you. Let's take the word heart in English. So this word is pronounced as qalb, qalb in Modern Standard Arabic. So it is pronounced with a qa sound, qa sound. But in Egyptian Arabic dialect, however, this word is pronounced as alb, alb with the a sound. So the bottom line here is that in Egyptian Arabic dialect, the letter Qaaf can either be pronounced with the qa sound or the a sound, and this depends totally on the words themselves. Before we end this lesson, let's take a very quick important notice here. And that notice is that in Egyptian Arabic dialect, even though there are letters that are pronounced different than Modern Standard Arabic, when you write them, you still need to write them in their original letters. For example, the word muthalith, muthalith, the first example that we mentioned today in the lesson, in Egyptian Arabic dialect, we learned that in order to pronounce this word, you need to pronounce it with letter sin or the S sound. When you write it, however, you need to write it with its original letter, so you need to write it with the thick letter. So in short, they are both written in the same way with the thick letter, but are pronounced different as we showed before. So the bottom line here, or briefly, those 5 letters that we mentioned today are pronounced different than Modern Standard Arabic, but are written the same as Modern Standard Arabic. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hope you found this lesson easy and helpful. And if you have any questions regarding this lesson, then make sure to drop them in the comment section below and I will gladly answer them for you. The next lesson will be our last lesson for this course. And in the next lesson, we'll finally get to talk about letter connections, to see which letters can be connected to other letters and which can't. And we will also sum up the whole course. So make sure you're not missing it because it's very important. Goodbye for now, and as always, I'll see you in the next Arabic Ark.